gang? Hey, man, I got another banger. Make sure you watch this to the very end. I got a ton of gold nuggets. We're going to be talking about that comedian guy who didn't know his wife was a 304 until it was too late. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the CLG community, 7-day free trial. All of my work is inside, everything. I don't hide anything. 7-day free trial, test it out, see what it's all about. If you like it, you can stay in. And also, if you really want to learn from me in person, come down to the Miami takeover. Tickets are in the pinned comments. Buy a ticket, book your ticket, book your plane tickets, book your hotel. It will probably be the most fun that you've had in a short period of time, and it will be the most reps that you'll be able to get in, and it'll be the most experiences that you can learn from. And then after you experience that, you can take that back to your hometown and execute immediately. So without further ado, let's just jump right into this video.
I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. I was shopping at Rainbow. I was eating buffalo chicken wraps every day, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like, sometimes it like literally hurts my heart. And when the nostalgia's that...
Bro, this guy is the dumbest guy on the planet. And what I mean by dumb, I don't mean probably dumb like in his profession. He might be a good comedian. He might be smart in other areas, but when it comes to women, he is completely clueless. And matter of fact, I don't want to use the word dumb. I'm going to use the word ignorant, right? Because ignorant just means you do not know, right? So he's one of those people. Myron from Fresh and Fit and Fresh came on his podcast, and he was coming at these guys with, you know, something about women and not liking women of their own race and all this crazy stuff, or whatever the case is, right? Come to find out, he was trying to give advice on women when he had no idea about even his own woman, right? So he kept his virginity all the way until marriage. He only hooked up with one chick, and this chick was out here, like using her words, she was out here popping it at the white boy frat houses, getting loose and getting ran through in her past. Now, she does have more videos when she was giving guys anal sex, when she was falling asleep at guys' houses, waking up and her butt was hurting and things like that. I didn't want to play all of those videos, but I just wanted to give you guys, basically show you guys true female nature, right? So when they're young and hot, most of the times they're getting ran through by the alphas. Every girl wants the alpha. Every girl wants the guy that she sees as her superior. Anytime you see a relationship or a marriage, when you for a fact know that this guy is not her superior, but he's married to her, that is the sucker that she found after she has been ran through. Like, it works like clockwork. After she's been ran through, the sucker that she finds, that is the guy that gives her commitment. That is not her first choice. And the guys who move a certain type of way, and the guys who can get women obsessed with them, and the guys who have a bunch of options, they see this happen a lot. I've witnessed this happen a lot in my life, where I will get done with a chick because she would try to force me into marriage. Like, she would try to force me to take her serious. I would always say no, and she would end up with a sucker. But the only reason I would say no is not because the sex wasn't good, not because they weren't hot, not because of all this. It's because of their past, right? Because their past was horrible. If there were more hot girls who had solid past and could say no to dick and stop jumping around and hopping from dick to dick and stuff like that, there would be more legitimate marriages. Even with me, it still wouldn't be legitimate, but it would be till death do us part. But it wouldn't be no damn paperwork or nothing involved. Not in my situation, but in somebody else's situation, there would be more genuine relationships. But every now and again, a girl will get lucky and she will find a sucker with money. Because this is what they're looking for. They're looking, after they've been ran through, they're looking for a sucker, but they hope he has money. This is why they say the majority of relationships end in divorce because of financial reasons. The reason why is because of financial reasons is because that's all they want the guy for, is financial reasons. They're using the guy. But is she in love with that guy? No. Is she cheating on that guy? I'm pretty sure she is. There's no way that she's used to a certain type of guy that she does not see in her husband. You know what I mean? She's used to a frat boy, a fuck boy, whatever she used to. And her husband doesn't have that. Every now and again, she's going to have to itch that scratch. So every now and again, she's going to step out on her husband, which he would never know. He's always on the road. He's doing comedy shows. She probably, after she got that ring put on her finger, called her side piece that night and got cracked. And it's super easy for a woman to get cracked. She's just like, oh, I just need some fresh air. I'm just going to take a long walk or some shit like that. She's not taking a long walk. She's getting cracked at her guy's house. The guy she likes. But she knows that guy will never take her serious because that guy, he has been around enough women to know she's never the type of girl to take serious. And here's the thing. When guys get caught cheating with another man's wife, guys know how to keep their mouth shut. Nah, man, we just friends, bro. Nah, man, it ain't like that, bro. It ain't like that, bro. She married to you, bro. Why would I do that, bro? I never, I never hook up with another man's wife. Guys always protect women no matter what. But when the shoe is on the other foot, women do not give a fuck about men. They do not try to protect them. They are pure evil. They want to see your shit burn to the ground. They want to see your main chick or whatever the case is. They want to see that shit end. They are not as solid as you guys. So stop treating them as such. They know that they're bad people. They know that they're not solid. So because they know that they're not solid and you treat them as if they are solid, they look at you like you must be dumb. You must be incompetent. You must be ignorant. And you have to understand that a woman can never respect a guy that she looks down on in any category. Even if she thinks that she can run laps around you mentally. Even if she knows that you're physically stronger than her. All types of stuff, right? You have more money than her, all of this stuff. If she feels like she can run laps around you mentally and you don't know what's going on, then she loses respect because now you're inferior mentally to her. But the guy that she can't gaslight, the guy that she can't manipulate, the guy that she can't talk into her reality, that's the guy that she actually falls in love with because she respects that guy because he's not so easily manipulated. Her games are not going to work on him. And women get a lot of practice because they have a lot of simp men that believe what they say. They have a ton of simp men who believe what they say. So when they run across a man who doesn't believe what they say, they fall in love with that man. And guess what? That man can actually be shorter. That man could actually have less muscle. That man could actually even be a little bit less attractive and have less money. And she will obsess over that man opposed to the man that has everything, but she can run laps around that guy mentally because he does not know women nature. You feel me? He does not know female nature. Not knowing female nature will cost you. It will cost you a ton of money. Look at this guy. He's proposing to this woman. He's proposing to a woman who is not, let me repeat this. He's proposing to a woman who is not worthy. She is not worthy of a long-term relationship. She's not worthy of marriage. She's just not. But the girls will say she is because she found one. But the person she found was a sucker, is a sucker. And the crazy thing is, with men, when he was talking to Fresh and Fit, he was all masculine. With men, he was talking crazy to Fresh and Fit. You know what I mean? He had a little anger in his voice. He acted like you would think he had hands the way he was talking to Myron. You would think he could squabble a little bit. Yeah, you would assume that. He can too. This is the crazy part. He might be able to squabble a little bit. He might be able to throw a couple blows. I don't believe he can, but he might be able to. But that still has nothing to do with women. You can be a UFC fighter breaking niggas' necks. If you soft around women, she don't care. She does not care. She does not care that you the strongest UFC fighter. If you soft around women, she does not care. You could be the most masculine man on the planet amongst men, but she don't see that. All she cares about is how you act around her. Does she respect you? Because that's the only thing that matters. So I really wanted to break that video down for you guys. I don't feel sorry for that guy because he's in love and ignorance is bliss. And the less he knows, the better. Now these videos are going to surface. It's going to ruin his career. It just is what it is. You know, some women are going to take his side and, you know what I mean, lie to him and tell him sweet nothings. No, she didn't like those other men. Those men were jerks and assholes to her. She really loves you. Bro, when he was proposing to her, she couldn't even finish the word yes. She could barely give him eye contact and she didn't kiss him. There is no love there. She is strictly using that guy for financial resources. She said yes, but she didn't finish it. She's like, yeah. Like, she didn't even say yes. He said, would you marry me? Let me get on the knee again. Would you marry me again? She was like, yeah. Oh my God. Like changing the subject. Oh my God. And then when he went for the kiss, she gave him the forehead. She doesn't like that man at all, bro. There's no love there. The sad thing is he can't see it, and that's his wife. He is literally pouring unlimited resources into a girl that does not like him at all. She likes what he can do for her. She likes the fact that he can provide for her. She likes the fact that he goes out there and he makes money in order to do so. But she doesn't like him. That's why they say when the money dries up, most relationships end. Most relationships end because of financial reasons. That's because a lot of girls only, think about it, who would marry a girl? Only a sucker would marry a girl in today's world. So if that sucker doesn't have his finances right, she has no reason to be with him. She never was with him for love. Meanwhile, the guy that she loves could be broke, could be cheating on her, he could have even fucked her best friend or her sister, and she's finding ways to stay with that man. She is finding ways to stay with that man. But the man that she doesn't like, he has to have money, because as soon as that money dries up, out of there, gone. Because there was no love there, there's no respect, there's no obsession there. That girl, she was also in other interviews. I couldn't play them all. She was also in other interviews where a girl was like, who do you think about when you have sex? And she was just like, oh my God, I think about all my past experiences. And the other girl was like, well, I just think about my husband. Like when I'm having sex with my husband, I think about my husband. And she's like, oh, you're such a good person. I wish I could do that. Think about this, bro. And I'm over here trying to give you the game. I'm over here trying to give you real life, real raw, uncut. If you do not have this channel, which a lot of people don't, they are out here getting used and abused by women every single day. I feel bad when I see an everyday man who knows nothing about my channel. My channel is super small. Who knows nothing about true female nature. Red Pill will teach you some stuff. Let's not get it twisted. Red Pill will teach you some stuff. I don't think Red Pill goes as deep as I go, but they teach you some stuff. But a lot of Red Pill creators are nerds, and they're just regurgitating what other nerds said. For example, Rollo Tomasi wrote a book, whatever the case is, but Rollo Tomasi was never a playboy. That motherfucker wasn't getting no pussy. He was writing books all fucking day. You get what I'm trying to say? So a lot of that shit is theory. The shit that I'm telling you is like, all right, this is what I'm seeing in the field for real. You feel me? I've been, like, I'm not proud of this shit, but I've been fucking niggas' wives, bro. Like, these bitches don't love these niggas, bro. They act like they do, but they don't. Meanwhile, I got a chick, I could leave her and she ain't thinking of another man. She losing weight. Another man can't even run across her mind. She don't want another man, bro. So you got to understand the difference. And I'm trying to tell you, what type of man do you want to be? Right? Because for some people, the journey to become truly COG takes a little bit longer than others. You can't expect to just jump in and just be great, because there's a lot of emotional stuff. There's a lot of internal, there's a lot of foundational stuff that you have to do in order to be able to walk up to any woman that you want. And if she ain't on your program, walk away from her. Don't take rejection personally. Be able to talk to any type of woman, be able to put a woman through a process. Don't get all emotional because it's going well. Don't get all emotional because it's not going well enough. Don't get all emotional because she texted you back. Don't get all emotional because she didn't text you back. Don't get all emotional. Just stick to the script. Know that you didn't make any mistakes and keep shit pushing. If you can do some gangster shit like that, you'll be alright. But if you can't do some gangster shit like that, you need to keep working on yourself until you truly understand female nature and you understand that none of this stuff should bother you. Nothing that they do should bother you. It's meaningless at the end of the day. A female arguing and complaining is meaningless. The reason why it's meaningless, because I've never met a woman that won't complain about something. Never in my life. To be honest, it's better to give her something to complain about than for her to make up her own assumptions. You can have a woman in a perfect relationship with a perfect guy. The dude can be tall. He can have a big dick. He could fucking make money. He could have everything. And she's just like, he's just too perfect. I just don't know. I can't explain it. Like, he got everything. I don't feel the spark. she'll still find something to complain about. So what you guys are trying to do is you trying to stop her from complaining. Fuck that, bitch. I want to give you something to complain about. I don't know. I love him, but he keeps cheating on me. I don't know. He keeps fucking other women. I don't know. Like, but I love him so much. Give her something to fucking complain about. God damn it. Stop being so goddamn perfect. You know what I mean? And if you ain't cheating, make her think you cheating, motherfucker. Stop being a pussy. If you just been at the gym till fucking 5 a.m., you got some a gym that's open 24 hours, and you just was at the gym till 5 a.m., make the bitch think you was cheating, goddammit. But you was building your goddamn muscle. You wasn't fucking nothing. You know what I mean? And let her fucking accuse you of all kinds of shit. But man, stop tripping and go to bed. Don't even fucking fight the shit. Don't be no pussy. Be like, no, honey, I wasn't cheating. I promise I wasn't. I promise. I love you so much. Pussy ass nigga. That's what she gonna think. So you can end up like this sucker, or you can end up like a man. The choice is yours. If you want to be a man, jump into the CLG community, bro. 7-day free trial, nothing to lose. Jump in. Get to know the community. Watch the videos. Build your foundation. Understand female nature. Understand all of this stuff. You know what I mean? After the free day, after the trial, get the access to the process. Get access to, bro, become elite. And do whatever it takes to become elite. Because once you become elite, everything is better. You save more money. You get your finances right. I got a money section in there. You learn how to manage money, which is way more important than making money. I don't care what nobody says. Learning how to manage money is more important than making money. Because as you start to make more money and you keep your management skills, trust me, everything becomes easier. It even becomes easier with women once you got your finances in check. You get what I'm trying to say? Because there's less stresses in the back of your mind. There's less stresses in the back of your mind stopping you from growth in any area. So you gotta what they say? You gotta take life by the horns. I believe that's the saying. But what I'm trying to say is you gotta live your life, bro. You gotta stop being so passive, and you gotta be assertive when it comes to living the life that you want. CLG can help you because it's a brotherhood of guys that are like-minded who want to see you succeed. Just as bad as you want to see yourself succeed. It's a bunch of men that's holding each other accountable. It's a bunch of men that's helping each other. It's a bunch of men that's giving each other, advice when asked for it. So, don't end up like this dude. You feel me? Don't end up like this guy. He's in a loveless marriage. It's one-sided. He's in love. He's head over heels in love with this woman. This woman can do no wrong. He loves everything about her. She's not in love with him. She's not in love with him. She's been ran through. She can no longer pay her bond. The guy that she falls for does not want her. Because the guy that she falls for is a guy with options. And a guy with options will see those red flags from a fucking mile away. He was a virgin. He knows nothing. He knows nothing. That relationship will end horribly. Trust me. If he ever tries to question her or tries to put her feet to the fire, she's out. She just needs a reason to leave. She never loved this guy. And it's the thing, when you marry a hoe, she publicly humiliates you. Because she needs to let the world know how much of a sucker you are. She has to do it. You feel me? She has to do it. And the only thing that he can do at this point, once he has found out that his wife is damaged goods, and he's not smart enough to know she's cheated on him. He will never find out because he's stupid. And he travels a lot. So she has definitely cheated on him. Like, if we put a lie detector test on that bitch, I can guarantee she has cheated on him. And she might have not cheated on him physically. She's definitely entertained other men and is. If you look through that girl's phone, that's cheating, motherfucker. That's even cheating. Even if she didn't do it physically. I believe she did it physically, though. I'm not going to sit here and hold back and say, oh, she didn't do it physically. That she has definitely cheated on that man. Probably several times. With alpha guys. She has definitely, she's continuously popping that pussy. In her words. Indian girls get off too. Indian girls are actually They get off more than Indian boys. I had some badass little Indian girls in rotation. They get off way worse than the boys. The boys be all traditional and shit, looking for, hoping and praying they can get an Indian girl. They be simping for them hoes. But the guys that don't simp for them, their culture makes them simp for the girls. But the guys that don't simp for those girls, run through them. Indian girls love throwing pussy. You know what I mean? The one I was telling you about the other night, the one that I made out with, badass Indian bitch, tonguing that hoe down. I just met her. You feel me? If I could have pulled her on the spot, she wasn't with her friends, I would have fucked her that night, nigga. Big old booty. The bitch had a big old ass, nice brown skin, beautiful white teeth, bad bitch. She gonna catch her a sucker. She gonna catch her a traditional ass, little sucker ass Indian boy. And they gonna get married. But she still gonna be remembering that dick that she was getting plowed by when she was younger. Little hoe be traveling, little hoe be just a little hoe, bro. She don't look like a hoe because them Indian girls, they look innocent. Them hoes be hoes just like any other motherfucking race. They like what they like. They like masculine men. They don't like these pussy ass, little soft ass dumb boys. They'll marry them if that nigga got money. They'll marry him if he got money. Well, they will allow him to marry her. They'll say yes, half-heartedly. Because when a woman gets married, she ain't really got nothing to lose, bro. She really doesn't have anything to lose, bro. You know what I mean? He got all the money. If she ever leave him, she taking half. She ain't got shit to lose. And I guarantee that bitch ain't signed no prenup. I guarantee he a sucker, bro. So don't be this sucker and join the CLG. And if you want to see me live, click the link in the comment, the pinned comments, and book a ticket to get down to the Miami takeover sooner rather than later. If you're in the CLG, book it through the CLG, you'll get a discount. But book a ticket to come down and see me live so that you can get great sooner rather than later and take that shit back to your city. Because when you truly understand women and you have the process, you know how to talk to them, you know how to make things happen, you know how to lead things forward, it's their kryptonite. It ain't gonna work 100% of the goddamn time, but once you master it, it's gonna work a lot higher than what the fuck you been getting. So with that being said, man, I'm out. Peace.